It is unquestionably among the world's most demanding sports. A combined event that literally pulls athletes in opposite directions, from the all-out exertion required in cross-country skiing to the calm, zen-like trance needed to shoot a rifle accurately. So stay tuned for the 1997 U.S. National Biathlon Championships in Lake Placid, New York.
Chevy Trucks, Shooting Sports America.
Hi, I'm Gritz Gresham, shooting editor for Sports Afield magazine. And on behalf of the National Shooting Sports Foundation, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this edition of Chevy Trucks Shooting Sports America. A traditional Nordic sport, biathlon has become increasingly popular in the U.S. And recently, our best athletes, both men and women, competed in the national championships at the Olympic site in Lake Placid, New York. Correspondents Jim Frazier and John Morton were on the scene.
Hi, I'm Jim Frazier, and with me today is my good friend and two-time Winter Olympic athlete himself, John Morton. John, what do you expect to be the determining factor in today's competition with the challenging conditions?
Well, Jim, I think that it will probably come down to wind on the shooting range. It's very difficult for the athletes to anticipate what the wind will be like when they come in to shoot. The other issue is the man-made snow. Some of these athletes are more accustomed to skiing on it than others, so we'll have to see how that works out. We have some very promising young athletes that are challenging some of the more experienced former Olympians. The athletes are ready for this, and the best athletes are going to persevere. Now in the starting gate is Chris Viljanin Sabiensky.
Chris has actually been in this sport since the early 90s.
Chris has had some tremendous results over the past couple of years.
So on deck is Antala Skinner, who's grown into quite an athlete now, John.
She has, and Antala has been involved in biathlon for several years. She was one of our top junior competitors. She's skiing without a glove on her right hand. That's to give her a little better feel of the trigger. Now in the starting gate is Joan Miller.
Joni has been on the team since the mid-'80s, right, John?
And she's had the top results of any American in the Olympic Games. And in the starting gate, we have Kara Hermanson Samoa. Kara's originally from the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and she's had some good international results lately. In one way, she has a little bit of a disadvantage. She's a small woman, and the rifle, which weighs about 10 pounds, is quite a lot more than it would be for some of the bigger women. Good job, Thursday. You made it faster than number one. Way ahead of everybody else.
Kristina Sebastiansky has selected point number 5.
Clearly, Chris is skiing pretty well because she's caught Sonia and started a minute behind her. Sonia has just shot clean. Christine has missed one, so she'll head for the penalty loop. Antala Skinner, another experienced athlete, has just shot 1 minute penalty, the same shooting score as Chris Viljanin. Joan Miller, number 7.
Joni's known for her rapid shooting, and I look for her to shoot her 5 shots quickly here.
She missed her first shot. Seems like several of the athletes now have missed their first shot, so it may be they're coming in a little too fast because of the fast skiing conditions. Joan has missed only 1 shot, so like Chris Viljanin and Antala Skinner, only 1 minute penalty. So those 3 women are about the same in terms of the shooting score.
Chevy Trucks, Shooting Sports America, is brought to you by Marlin, Ruger, and Winchester.
Welcome back to Mount Van Hovenberg and the Biathlon National Championship. The course is so fast and flat today that after the standing shooting, it's just going to be a flat-out sprint to the finish line. As we predicted, Chris was able to catch Sonia on the ski course. This will be very exciting. They're shooting basically together.
It looks like number 3, Kristina, only has 1
Chris
penalty.
has had a good shooting round. She's only missed 1 standing round.
Looks like now
and Sonia has had 2 penalties. It looks like Chris is going to be the woman to beat. And Tala, if she shoots well, standing, is going to be in the hunt.
This is great shooting by Antala. She just missed one, just a little bit outside the target. She's missed two now, but she
Okay.
shot quickly.
Yeah, and she's definitely an experienced skier. Joan Miller, the number 7, hasn't been training all fall. She has the experience and she has the know-how. She's definitely a poised competitor. Okay, Joan has just finished, so she's right in there with Chris Viljanin with only 1 penalty. Coming into Christina's had a great race. She's shot only 1 miss prone and 1 miss standing and skied fast right from the beginning.
Chris has been known to actually give every physical bit that she can. It's not uncommon for these athletes to collapse at the finish line.
Chris has done well because she shot only 2 misses out of 10 shots. And she's a fast skier, so the penalty loops didn't cost her today. Coming into the stadium now is Intala Skinner from Sun Valley, Idaho. She's definitely made up time during the course of this race. She had excellent shooting as well, very poised, very confident. Good job for Intala.
Entering the finish right now is Joan Miller. Great job there, Joni.
All right, Joni, good job.
After a very tight competition between the top 3 winners, it was Antala Skinner from Sun Valley, Idaho, who emerged on top, closely followed by Christine Viljanin Sebastiansky. And just behind Christine was Joan Miller from Honeyok Falls, New York.
Lake Placid has been a center of winter sports activity since 1932. In 1980, when the Olympics were held here a second time, they got a big boost, and many of the facilities that we're using today are a result of those Winter Games. The skating facilities, both the speed skating oval and the Olympic arena, draw competitions from all over the world. The bobsled and luge runs, the ski jumps, and these fine biathlon and cross-country facilities as well.
Curtis Schreiner, probably the old man on the team now.
Yeah, definitely. He's been to 3 Winter Olympic Games. His first Olympics was Calgary, then also made the team for Albertville in 92 and Lillehammer in 94. And Curtis is kind of a hometown boy here. He grew up in Day, New York, not too far from here. He's very familiar with Lake Placid and the courses here. He's been a top-ranked national competitor since before 1988. So he's very experienced, very comfortable here in Lake Placid. Now in the gate is number 51, Sam Cordell from Bend, Oregon. A year ago was a very promising junior, now making the transition to the seniors.
It is a major transition going from junior racing to senior racing.
Number 52 is Jay Poss from Anchorage, Alaska. Jay was a tremendous cross-country skier as a high school student and then made the transition to biathlon. He was a member of the 1993 World University Games team in Zakopane, Poland, and had a tremendous result over there.
In the gate is Duncan Douglas. Duncan has been the most promising athlete in the U.S. biathlon program in many years.
Definitely a powerhouse. He has a terrifically fast tempo and is a very powerful skier. Stay with us for more action from the Biathlon National Championships in Lake Placid, New York.
We're back in Mount Van Hovenberg, site of the 1980 Winter Olympic Games. As we expected, it's going to be a tight race between the men.
Westover and Schreiner are both shooting clean, no penalties. So it's up to these later skiers to match that shooting.
With the brightening light conditions, most of these athletes are making slight sight adjustments. Sam Cordell, number 51, is actually skied very strongly.
Sam Cordell shot well. He left only 1 target.
But John, the exciting one is Jay Poss, who shot no penalties.
He's a fast skier. He'll definitely be in the hunt.
This is going to be the break point for Duncan Douglas.
He's off to a good start. 2 shots, 2 hits. There's 3 for 3.
One of Duncan's best skills is in these short races to risk his shooting.
4. And Duncan has cleaned his prone. That puts him right in the hunt with Dan Westover, Curtis Schreiner, and Jay Paas. Now here are our two leaders. This is going to be very exciting because they're coming in right together. Number 42, Dan Westover. Number 43, Curtis Schreiner. This is kind of a competition of the rookie and the experienced veteran. Both of them have had European experience. Dan is new to the team. Curtis Schreiner has been on the team since 1987.
John, this is a test of nerves. There's no doubt about it. And it looks like Curtis, getting the first shot off, has the advantage because he's able to settle in and make Dan catch him.
Very fast shooting for Curtis Schreiner. He's left 2 targets unhit, so he'll do 2 penalty loops. But it's been tough for Dan Westover.
Looks like Dan is going to struggle here.
He's younger. He's a little bit less experienced. He came in perhaps a little too hard. He's going to ski 4 penalty loops. Jay Paas from Alaska had great shooting in his prone stage. This will be another case of like Dan Westover. He's a young guy. He has not so much international experience as some of the other guys. Can he hang in there and hit the target standing? Sam Cordell is coming in. Jay Paas had passed him on the ski trail, but Cordell came in not too far behind Paas.
Looks like Jay's taking his time, actually trying to hit the targets.
He's shooting very well.
He's got 1 target to go. No penalties. He's shot clean. 10
Jay Paas shot clean. This is going to put him right in the hunt with Curtis Schreiner. He's having a great race. Duncan Douglas, I think, is probably the last guy in this race that has a chance to challenge Jay Paas and Curtis Schreiner. Off to a good start. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, he's missed 1 now.
One.
He's going to resettle here and start over. He's missed 2 now. He's got 2 penalties.
2 loops. He's a fast skier. He'd still have good results, but whether he will be among the top 3 with those 2 penalties. Here comes Curtis Schreiner. He's one of the leaders at this point. 3-time Olympian. Great race for Curtis Schreiner. Hometown guy from Day, New York.
Came in, yeah.
And really poised on the range.
Yeah, somewhat in prone I was.
Yeah.
Standing, a little uncomfortable.
Curtis has really laid down the gauntlet for Jay.
From the state of Alaska, had good results at the World University Games in Poland. He's finishing now. Great shooting today. He could be a contender for the gold medal.
Jay is a really excellent skier, and it obviously paid off today.
I took the fall off and concentrated on shooting for the first time.
Yeah.
Decided that biathlon was a sport of skiing and shooting.
Yeah.
And shooting was my fall.
Yeah.
And I decided that I'd concentrate on it and bring it around and hopefully win a national championship.
Sam Cordell moves into 2nd place from Bend, Oregon. 2 young guys beating out the old-timer, Curtis Schreiner. Thanks to excellent shooting, Jay Paas of Anchorage, Alaska, emerged as the 1997 Biathlon Sprint National Champion. He was closely followed by Sam Cordell of Bend, Oregon, and in 3rd place was Curtis Schreiner of Day, New York.
Chevy Trucks. Shooting Sports America.
Biathlon, of course, has its roots in the Nordic countries where skiing is nearly year-round. The growth of the sport in other countries, however, prompted athletes to substitute running for skiing as a training exercise. In recent years, running and shooting has evolved into a sport itself, summer biathlon. Recently, top Russian biathletes had a chance to challenge the U.S. biathlon team at a special summer biathlon event at the U.S. Training Center in Jericho, Vermont. Our correspondent, 4-time U.S. Olympic biathlete Lyle Nelson, was there.
The early starters in this summer biathlon have already run 2 kilometers of the 7.5-kilometer course, and they're arriving at the shooting range for their first stage of shooting. In summer biathlon, the goal is simple. Run fast, shoot straight, and shoot fast. The best competitors in the world are here today. They can arrive at the shooting range, get into position, load their rifles, shoot 5 shots in less than 30 seconds. At first, it's just a foot race, and then it will turn into a mental concentration on the rifle range. Viktor Magorov, current world champion, going through a procedure he has practiced thousands of times. I can't believe how quickly he got off that first shot and his second one. Maybe a little too fast. Missed his third. Incredible. Took him less than 10 seconds to shoot those 5 shots. Once he got in position, he hit 4 out of 5. It's absolutely amazing how fast these Russian athletes shoot. Pavel Vavilov, one of the greatest biathletes in the world. This race takes about 24 minutes, but the peak moments are the minutes spent right here on the shooting range. Shooting very quickly. The best competitors can be in and out of this range in 30 seconds. The targets are 50 meters away. They're about the size of a small saucer. When you've been running, they look like little peas down there. 3 for 3 hits. Ooh, a costly miss. Every miss in a summer biathlon race results in a 150-meter penalty loop. He won't be happy with that miss. The best chance of upstaging the strong Russian biathlon team that is here is Sam Cordell, a national team member. He knows he needs to hit these 5 targets. First one's a miss. You have to concentrate on each individual shot and not start thinking about every miss is going to send me to the penalty loop. 2 misses out of 3. Sam looked a little bit like he was rushing those shots, and of course a little wind came right up then and starts pushing you around. It's so hard to hit those targets in the wind.
I had a bad shooting stage today, but the running went really well for me, and so I'm happy about that.
During the final shooting stage, fatigue is a factor. You have to go from how fast can I run to how steady can I stand, and just zero in and think about nothing but the targets. Sergei Tarasov. We saw him hit 4 out of 5 prone. And as you look through the sights, those little muscle tremors make your rifle look like they're just sweeping left and right. Look how fast he's shooting those. Missed his last 2 targets. Those are the hardest 2 targets to hit in biathlon. It's so easy for the mind to start wandering and thinking about the foot race. Pavel Vavilov, a member of the Russian national biathlon team, sprinting for the finish, knowing he has a chance to win today. He hit 9 out of 10 targets. Excellent. Pavel, congratulations. You won today. What's more important, the running or the shooting?
Both.
Yeah. National team member and Olympic athlete Intala Skinner, quickly shooting those targets. 4 for 4. And Intala makes it look easy, but it's anything but easy. Imagine yourself running a mile all out, laying down and trying to hit those targets. Kristina Sebastiansky, this is the most crucial part of summer biathlon. You can see she's already tired, breathing hard, heart's pounding. And now the most important skill to have is concentration. Kristina hit 4 out of 5 prone, having an excellent race. 2 hits standing. A shot, a couple big breaths. That was another hit. And that's 5 hits. Nothing makes you feel better in a biathlon race than cleaning your standing stage. Kristina Sebastiansky out on the running trails. She's just hauling out here. 9 out of 10 gives you a great inspiration just to run the fastest you possibly can.
I've worked a lot on my shooting lately, and I just never know what's going to happen standing or shooting, and it's just a challenge. It's always trying to get that perfect race.
Of all the precision sports, summer biathlon is among the most difficult. To arrive at the shooting range, huffing and puffing, pulse pounding, and then to try and hit those targets, the prone targets only the size of a silver dollar, the standing targets about the size of a saucer. The only thing that might be more difficult is doing it in the snow.
Chevy Trucks, Shooting Sports America, is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, Budweiser, and Federal.
Welcome back to Mount Van Hogenberg in the men's 20-kilometer distance race.
What's going on here, Sam? Let's go! Let's go!
From Castleoff, Alaska, number 70, Jay Hakkinen. He had some tremendous results as a junior in Russia last spring.
Looks like Jay's going to take advantage of a slight lull in the wind.
He missed the second shot, but he's got the next two. And he finally ends up with only 1 minute penalty. So he's still in pretty good shape on shooting. And now Sam Cordell, number 72 from Bend, Oregon. And Sam has hit them all but one. So he also just picked up one penalty in this stage. So at this point in the race, several of the athletes with 3 stages of shooting behind them have 4 minutes penalty. Rob Rosser has 4, Jay Hakkinen has 4, Dan Westover has 4, and Jay Paz has 4 after 2 stages of shooting. Jay Hakkinen from Castleoff, Alaska, he's having a great race today. It's all going to come down to how he shoots this final stage of standing. He had tremendous races in Russia last spring. He knows the sport. He's come up very quickly. He's had some great results. Yet he's not getting any kind of a break from the wind. Jay was in the hunt, perhaps even for a gold medal in this race, had trouble with his final 3 shots. We've got 3 more competitors here to come in and shoot standing that all have a chance to win this race. 72, Sam Cordell. Now, if he shoots well, he could go into the lead. Coming in for his final stage of standing right now is Jay Paz from Anchorage, Alaska. This will determine whether he's among the leaders or not.
John, and as we expected, the weather conditions have deteriorated. It started raining at this point. So we now not only have rain, but we also have wind. Dan Westover, number 71.
Westover is definitely a contender. Cordell leaves with 2 minutes penalty. So it's going to be up to Westover, and he's going to leave the standing range with 4 minutes penalty. He was definitely in the hunt earlier on. Yeah, it's very, very challenging to shoot in unpredictable wind conditions like this. Jay's going to leave with 3 penalties. He's disappointed with that.
It looks like a race between Curtis Schreiner, Sam Cordell, and Jay Hakkinen.
Now approaching the finish line is Curtis Schreiner, definitely one of the top contenders today.
John, look at it rain. Unbelievable weather conditions today. This is Jay Hakkinen.
Great performance for Jay. He's still an international junior, but he's racing in the senior division. He's had some great results. I think he's probably going to be happy when he hears how things came out.
I knew I had to shoot fairly well rather than the field because it's tough conditions and seems unpredictable. But I guess I was able to hold on with the field shooting and steam away.
Here comes Sam Cordell from Bend, Oregon.
Sam's had a good day out there skiing. He skied strong. He shot pretty well despite the difficult conditions.
He's definitely in the hunt.
I think the thing that helped me, I just told myself everyone's got to ski the same thing and just try to look for seconds anywhere on the course, try to miss as much dirt as possible, and make up a little time on the range.
This race, it was to be Sam Cordell's day. But later in the season, Jay Hakkinen went on to win the gold medal in the 10K sprint in the World Junior Championship. Milestone achievement for the U.S. team. The future looks bright for America's biathletes. We wish them the best, and we hope to see you the next time on Chevy Truck Shooting Sports America.